Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my glass studio. I'd like to show you how to make pattern bars. It's a really exciting topic, really exciting construction method for fused glass. You can take pieces of glass and kind of layer them in different ways, then fire them, cut them up to make unusual pattern designs and color combinations in your artwork. It's really a lot of fun and a very liberating method for you to create more exciting, unique pieces of art that reflect your own personal style. So let's get started. There are a wide variety of ways to make pattern bars. On this one, I'm going to stack 16 pieces of glass of varying lengths. Then I'm going to place that stack upside down like an upside down pyramid inside the kiln, and I'm going to contain it with 1/2 inch thick strips of fiberboard. Our goal is to arrange the glass in such a way that when it's heated and fired, we get some sort of unique pattern that we can then cut up and then use as a design element in our artwork. Here I'm containing the glass with 1/2 inch thick pieces of fiberboard, and then I'm holding those pieces of fiberboard in place with kiln posts. Now this has been fired to a full fuse temperature, regular temperature we'd fire other projects that are 12 inches in size or smaller. And now we're going to remove that dam that we created and check out the glass. Pattern bars are so fun because I'm never really sure what I'm going to get until I open the kiln and pull that glass out. Look at this really interesting shape and pattern we have here. This is really cool. I believe pattern bars do benefit from having some clear glass, some opal glass, and some nice transparent colors that work well together. Those high contrast components tend to show really well when you cut this up. And after you've gone through all this effort, you want something that's really going to be dynamic. I selected different shades of opal blue, different shades of transparent blue, white, and clear for this piece. Now I'm going to use a wet saw to cut slabs off of this gigantic brick of glass. It's a little tricky because the glass is thick and it's heavy, and everything is wet, which makes it a little slippery. So just take your time and go slow and steady. Make sure your saw is really wet and allow the piece of machinery to do the work. Just take your time and you'll do great. When designing the block or brick of glass, I always make it bigger than I think I'll need because often when you're doing the cutting, you may have some breakage. So I want to allow for a little more material to have on hand in the event that something breaks, or I want to repeat the pattern more than twice. So I like to make those pattern bars a little bigger than what I think I'm going to need when it comes time to assemble the project. At this point, I'm not really sure what kind of design combination I'm going to come up with. So having more material is really nice because it allows you the flexibility to expand the design or maybe go something a little simpler because the format here or the layout on these bricks is really dynamic and you don't need a lot of them, but you have that flexibility and you can decide that after you cut the glass. So more is always better. I decided this design was so elaborate that I would just take two pieces and fire them back together and get a mirror image of each other, kind of a reflection, which is where I came up with the idea for the title. So I fired these in the kiln to a full fuse temperature. I made two pieces that are the same, and basically they're just a positive and negative together. And I really love the shape and the pattern and the colors. And check out that opal glass, how that really, stands out. And the transparent glass, how it gives you nice color and really shows off the pattern that we've created by creating that pattern bar. So I made two pieces that were the same shape and size. And here's the second one coming out. And isn't that really pretty? There's teal and aqua in there, some clear, some white, some dark blue. Just really came out nice. Keep in mind when you're making pattern bars, you don't necessarily have to go really big. Small projects can be really fun. I'm going to use one of the two pieces as the base for the vertical tower portion of the sculpture. So I've taken it and I've slumped it over a piece of 1/2 inch thick fiberboard to give it a contour and to give the piece of art a little bit of lift and to get a nice sense of that pattern and how it flows across the piece of glass. Really pleased with the way this came out. The pattern on the base is not perfectly symmetrical, and I'm cool with that. I think it's going to be awesome. Now I'm going to take the vertical portion of the sculpture and grind it on this small lap grinder to give it texture so the adhesive sticks better, and also to flatten it out so I have more contact with that base area. And here's a picture of the finished piece of art. Isn't this fabulous? I mean, it started out as a really simple stack of glass, and now we have this beautiful three-dimensional sculpture with a lot of visual movement. Reflection is just one of the 10 awesome projects in my advanced glass fusing video. You can find free patterns and the fusing guides that I use to make this piece for free on my website. Thanks for joining me. I hope you realize there are a lot of different ways that you can put pieces of glass together to get different patterns that are unique and interesting to you, with color combinations that speak to you. Not always, I do a lot of blue, I just love blue. But maybe there's other color combinations that work for you in your own environment, your own decor, how you might want to use them in your pieces of art. So, try different color combinations, try different pattern combinations, different methods of putting pieces together, but experiment. I mean, that's really the fun of making pattern bars, is coming up with things that are unique and your own. So I hope you enjoyed joining me today. And I always enjoy hanging out with you, so thank you so much. Please follow my YouTube channel. That way you'll be notified as soon as my new videos come out. Please consider becoming a premium video member. We'd love to have you. We have new courses, new content, exclusive content just for members coming out all the time. And until next time, happy fusing.